everybody? Welcome back to Pitch Meeting. This is Pitch
Season
Meeting.
2.
That's right. This is Pitch Meeting episode 11, but it is also episode 1 of season 2. Logan, I couldn't be more excited. It feels so good to be back. I know it's been a long time since our last episode. We say that every time. We're always talking about the long breaks, but this
But
one
it's been
was
too
longer than
long. It's been
usual.
too long,
It's been
frankly.
longer than usual. And at the end of the last season, the show had kind of started to like lose its way in a bit. I felt like things were kind of going off the rails, and I will take a lot of blame for that. I don't know if well, as have spoken about multiple times on the show, I ran into some financial difficulties, and I don't know if this really showed on the show, but I'd started drinking a little bit more than I normally would, and obviously personal circumstances have changed, as you probably noticed. Different background for me and for Logan as well. We'll get into that in a minute, but we just figured that now would be the perfect time to start fresh, get the show back on the rails, back to what you loved about it in the beginning. And it's gonna be season 2 is gonna be pitch meeting, all the stuff you love without the stuff you don't. And sorry, that was a whole long spiel. But
I
I'm pumped
mean,
to be back and to
I'm so
get the
pumped to be
show
back
going
too.
again.
We might as well jump right in. We got two special guests this episode. Should we just go ahead and let them in here?
Really, really excited for these guests. I don't see why not. Might as well get the show on the road. Our first guest is a big friend of the show, a familiar face to fans. Please welcome Daniel Seward.
Hey, season's greetings, guys. Good to be back. It's been a long awaited absence for me personally, and I was very excited. I was also a little thrown off by a couple of things that were just said. Multiple guests, which is definitely a shock to me,
Oh,
but
it
I'm
always
glad to be
is. It's
back.
always like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and then also the use of the word friend as well. That was interesting, but I am excited to be back here, kicking things off again with my fellow host, fellow creative minds, if you will.
Well, it is good to see you again. It has been a while.
Yeah,
Looking
long.
sharp with that. You got that thick beard, looking very,
Oh,
very
oh, this little
masculine.
guy.
Loving that.
Good.
Yeah,
Looks really
it looks
good.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I recently learned a lot of tough guys have beards, and I was having some hardships that I will get into later, and this has done wonders for me. I am not going to lie. I feel like a new person.
I
Sure. All
wish I
right.
could grow a
Well,
beard. I just don't have enough testosterone to really get it done.
all right. Well, we can go ahead and introduce our next special guest, Bennett Neece, an old friend from college, an established businessman himself, a creative mind, many might say. Let's get him in here.
Hey,
Hey,
can
Hello,
I pull up
hello.
another chair? Do you
Jay,
guys?
going
Hey,
in. Hey, the water's fine,
hey, who let this guy in? Seriously.
right? Yeah. Well, he's down there for me actually. So
We let him in. We sent him the invite and let him in. He was in the waiting room for a little while, and now you are here on the first episode of season 2. How are you feeling? Also, who are you for our our viewers who don't know you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thanks, Stirs. First off, just want to
it's
say,
Jayden. You can call him Jayden.
okay. Thanks, Jayden. As a friend of the show, first off, I just want to say, what an honor to be on. I know I told you guys this while we were planning, but I really do think this is a cutting edge show, and so, man, I'm just so happy to be here. And hey, I think I got two winning business ideas today. I think you guys are all gonna like them. So I'm excited to be here. A bit of background on me. I know you mentioned that earlier. I come from a career in the financial services industry, so very very familiar with working with a lot of clients, small middle market businesses, and hearing their new ideas and hoping to partner with them as they journey on up to the big leagues, right? But
You
I
deal with a
love
lot of money
the show and
in your line of work.
excited to
That's nice.
what?
I said you deal with a lot of money in your line of work.
That's part of it. Hey, you know what? I can't lie. But hey, guys, just happy to be here and looking forward to bounce some ideas off of you.
Well, trust me, we are glad to have you after that intro. I think you're maybe what we've been looking for. Maybe you could really turn things around for us season two. Season one was great, don't get me wrong. But on the financial side, on paper, we could have done a lot better. So I'm
Yeah.
really hoping for that. I've been having dreams about Scrooge McDucking into a big hole of money, and I'm hoping that that comes true starting with this
Ooh.
episode.
Yeah, I think once we get things back on track, I think we're going to start attracting those high profile
Yeah.
viewers and guests. But until then, we are so happy to have you, Daniel, and you as well, Bennett. Something that I have always appreciated about you, Bennett. You're kind of presenting yourself as a very business forward person, but you're also a very sharp, clever, and funny guy. You're one of those people who I always like to think like you're the perfect balance of business and pleasure.
I love to play around, work hard, play hard. Am I right?
That's my kind of guy right there. That is my kind of guy.
We
So
weekdays
Yeah,
you
me
got your
too.
suit on, but but weekends you're like in the mud.
deep in it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm the
I think
same.
since we're already kind of talking about Bennett's life, I was thinking maybe we could go around and talk about what we're drinking tonight and also give a little update when we tell each other what we're drinking. How's that sound? We can start with Bennett.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I am having what another guest on the show once called the classic salesman drink or
Salesman classic.
businessman
Yeah.
drink. A little glass of bourbon here.
Wow.
Ooh.
Are you a salesman? I thought
Look
you
at that. You know what? Everything's about sales, right? I'm always selling something. So
This guy
selling
knows
yourself.
profit. Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
I can start off the host and kick things off. I'm drinking some red wine. Often a victorious drink. Often drink from the chalice of a king or the cup of a brave soldier. So it just kind of felt right for me and my personality and kind of just the way my life's been moving recently.
How has your life been moving recently? Hold on, I'm echoing from somebody.
Okay.
Well, how has your life been recently?
My life, good. Yeah.
That's it.
I actually had a question, Daniel. I know you came on as a guest a lot, and I think you wanted to be a host. Why did you not just kind of make the cut this year? Were you just not funny enough, or
No, I made the cut. This is like locker room talk. I wouldn't read too much into it. This is just kind of
not
how
locker room talk.
this is kind of
He's
we
not a
blow
hoe.
off steam. This is like in locker rooms when everyone's kind of like rat tailing each other with towels, and there's like always one guy that like kind of gets the worst end of it. And it's just kind of how everyone bonds together, and yeah, I don't mind it.
No,
It's all
so
good fun.
I can answer your question, Bennett. No, there are still Logan and I are the sole hosts of Pitch Meeting. Daniel is a recurring guest. He has been featured on several episodes, but that's because we love the way he thinks and the way he has ideas, and we think he serves a great guest. That's it. No host. There's just gonna be two hosts of the show. That is not changing in season 2. So
I mean, just to put it
Um,
simply, and not to be too harsh, Daniel, but some people have it, some people don't. It's as simple as that.
But it does sound like there's a lot of room for interpretation, a lot of wiggle room. So you never know. It does feel like the window is very much still open, which is very exciting.
I can't imagine us
was it
having
viewers?
another host.
Did
If we
viewers
do,
not like you, or
cannot imagine it being you.
No, the viewers like me. I get a lot of people that have liked my past ideas.
the viewers are indifferent based on feedback Logan and I have received. They don't hate Daniel, but they don't feel he really adds. So that's why we've stuck to the two host system.
So yeah, red wine for me. Just kind of. I was only gonna have one glass, but looks like I'll have more, which is always interesting.
I can go next just to kind of follow up because I as well am drinking red wine. Wonderful vintage here. This is a Cabernet. As far as life updates, yes, I moved. I might let Logan talk a little bit more about that. In the meantime, I might have to go grab a little bit more wine out of the kitchen. So I'm going to be right back. Logan, why don't you tell us what is up with you?
Sure. So I'll start off by saying I'm no longer a salesman. I decided that entrepreneurship is my true calling. That's kind of what the show is based off of. And I'm drinking a Montucky. You might be saying, what's a Tennessee boy like you drinking the beer of the mountains? And well, that brings me to my next big life update. I'm no longer a Tennessee boy. We are roommates. That's right. I moved up here to Denver and I'm living with my co-host. So this show is about to get a little wackier. Expect a lot more content, not just on pitch meeting, but the Funny Nephew Stuff Instagram is going to be going crazy. If you've already seen the My Bloated Ass Challenge, new challenge that we made. So we have a lot of things going for us right now. Jane, you got anything you want to say?
Just it's great to be on the same frame. I'm gonna take these out because I'm getting a little bit of an echo,
Right.
but we're gonna stick to the Zoom format because I feel like that's what really makes pitch meeting unique. But if I don't like your pitches, I'm coming down here.
Okay.
I'm coming down here. So.
Well,
But seriously, I owe you a lot. I was going through some financial troubles and was frankly I was getting evicted out of my apartment. Couldn't pay the rent. This guy hits me up, says he wants to move to Denver. He's found a place to stay.
A nice place to upgrade, I'll say.
It's an upgrade for sure. So I'm doing just fine. And I'm going to go back upstairs. But a new era of pitch meeting officially begins right now. Cheers. The host house. We'll call it the host house.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Hey, Bennett, you got to come visit the host house sometime.
Got to get up here. You got to get
I'd
up here.
love to. That's a great name since you guys are the hosts.
Yeah, we're sticking to the Zoom format. We do have a basement in this place. So it's a 4-story home is where we're living. And we have a basement and we think maybe if things work out, maybe season 3, we could have a little studio down there. And that could be fun.
Or maybe a full bedroom.
If it's in the budget, we could have people flying out to us. But who knows, a lot in store for the future of pitch meeting. And I am excited as crap. But I guess we can just go ahead and jump straight into the pitches.
I actually have a life update. I was just trying to be casual about it. I actually got a new role myself. It's I'm a kind of an unconventional guy, as we've mentioned in our podcast. You can't confine me to a cubicle, because I've been told I can't uphold that job on a daily basis. So I actually, with some other kind of Spartan male entrepreneur community groups, they got me into this really cool position that I made myself. I made my own job. And I just kind of I get to know the community by knocking on doors of kind of strangers. It's not always people that I know. And I pretty much ask if they have anything in need of their services that I could provide for them. And normally I'll be exchanged for some sort of currency or these people will pay me in currency. Sometimes it'll be just a hot meal, which is refreshing, and sometimes a roof over my head. So it's almost like I have this daily adventure, which I really enjoy doing. And each sale and each client is different. So just wanted to plug that in.
Well, it sounds like you got some of that entrepreneurial spirit in you that I was just talking about that I've got in myself. Anyways, so Bennett, we can start off. I think you have 2 pitches. He's going to bookend us today, so we can go ahead and start off with your first pitch if you want to go ahead and take the wheel.
All right. Well, some of you guys may know this already. I can't remember if I said this or not, but I live in Nashville, a big destination city, and
Music City.
The Music City. That's right. There's a lot of music. Jayden, sorry. That's right, Jayden. A lot of music in the city, and there's also
Kid
a lot
Rock
of,
for one.
Yeah, he is definitely here. That's what I hear. I think he's here most of the year. But anyway, there's a lot of music in the city. There's also a lot of hotels in the city, and I started noticing something the other day as I was just kind of traveling around downtown on business. All these hotels. There's no hotels specifically catered to guys. And I'm talking about guys like the guys that are coming to Nashville for bachelor parties, friend's birthday, big life celebrations. Hey, maybe we all just want to get together for something like a fantasy football draft as we come upon this football season. So I started thinking about what if there were a hotel specifically for guys? What would we call that? I give you Hotel for Guys. This is a hotel. It's a hotel concept, all great locations, downtown areas, big destination cities, and everything about it is specifically catered to the bros, right? I mean, so every hotel, we have a bourbon bar, we have a cigar shop, We have a steakhouse. Those are our restaurant kind of bar concepts in the hotel. Every room, you think about what type of decorations are we gonna have? Hey, leather back chairs, pictures of old football teams, and that one poster of Farrah Fawcett or whoever that other girl was that her
Yeah,
dad's was.
pictures of girls.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm talking
Fun.
about. There's
Yeah.
old Playboy magazines, all these types of things that guys like, right? Just guys who want to hang out. And again, all in destination cities, downtown areas. Here in Nashville, that's where I'd like to put the first. You're only a few blocks away, ideally, from Broadway and all the big honky tonk party scenes. Hey, maybe even see Kid Rock while you're down there. So
I bet he would hang out at that hotel.
He would like that place.
So are girls allowed?
It's just a concept right now. I don't have any developers lined up or investors or anything like that. But
until now, I think you're about to have plenty of investors because that's a fantastic idea. I do have a few questions. One, are girls allowed?
So women are allowed, Durs. We can't legally or potentially ethically, but mainly legally ban women from a building in the United States of America. So I think what will happen over time is that, hey, this just is more catered to men. Men are more interested in it. And I think it will be pretty clear that it is a hotel for guys, if nothing else, for the name.
Okay. First of all, Ben, I have to say I was very skeptical and territorial of having a friendly face on here, a new guest. But I will say I'm loving this idea for a guy hotel. A hotel is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I would love to know if there's some sort of reward program. A lot of times you'll get Hilton points for staying there.
Guy
and having
points.
that. I would love some guy tokens, some guy points. Maybe
your man card. It's your man card, and you get guy points on your
instead of a key
card.
card. You don't have a key card; it's a man card.
And if you do something bad at the hotel, they take your man card.
Yeah, and you're out of your room too because it's
some sort of way to build loyalty. Like if there's a Nerf hoop in the lobby, which there should be, if I make a shot in there, I'd like some guy points on my man card.
Okay.
Some guy is really strong. I think he should have some points for that as well.
I think that's a great idea. Hey, part of the reason you want to come on a show like Pitch Meeting, right? Take a good idea, make it even better. But I do think, Daniel, it might be hard to give a guy points just based on how strong you thought he might be.
Good idea.
The Nerf thing is cool. I like the Nerf thing.
I have a so I love it, and I have several ideas that I can't wait to share. But first, I just want to what about for a guy like me? I'm a dude for sure, but I'm not that into sports. I'm kind of more into art. So am I welcome at the hotel for guys, or is this strictly big macho sports guys?
Yeah, that's a good question. Again, legally, I don't think we can ban certain people from a hotel or any property that's open to the public. I think there's a lot that even if you weren't interested in sports, I mean, I do think we'd have a lot of TVs around the hotel with probably games on. But I think there's a lot that you would still be interested in. I know I mentioned the bourbon bar, although it does sound like you've also had some drinking problems. But then there's also
under the bridge.
There's the cigar bar and, just the general vibes of the place.
Maybe for every 3 TVs, maybe one painting, one small painting or something like that.
In the back.
Yeah.
If there's a demand for it, it's the law of supply and demand, it's free market. For who you are and are not allowed to ban from this hotel, such as women, and less macho men, such as Jayden here, then maybe you could have your receptionist give them a little nod and a wink. And when those people check in, they get certain rooms. They get certain amenities that the other people don't get, or maybe I should say not the other people don't get, the other men don't have to deal with. So maybe there's a basement floor or something, and that's where you put all the women that try to check in, all the women and kids. But so that's idea number 1, just an idea how to get around that legally. Idea number 2, and this is where I'm seeing a lot of profit possibility, is a lot of partnerships with guy specific brands. So I'm thinking
Oh yeah.
no toilet paper, only dude wipes. Um, the soap and everything that's in there, that is Harry's soap or Dr. Squatch or something like that. Your balcony, guess what? It's a Topgolf. Yeah, you're walking straight outside to Topgolf. And
Men's
yeah, there's a
Warehouse.
cigar waiting on you out there. And maybe a babe out there who didn't at check in, who's not in the basement, a babe that's paid to be there. Um, just some ideas. I was, I'm going to save it the time. I was daydreaming about what my day would look like in the Guy Hotel. I'm on board. I'm fully on board.
It's the best
I
day ever.
I
Yeah,
think that's a
guys,
really good
I'm
idea.
going to cut in real quick and say just one more time to kind of clear the air. I've looked into it, and people have mentioned this. We are definitely not allowed to discriminate who checks into a hotel.
That's not
Right,
what Logan was saying at all.
I'm saying they check in, but there's certain rooms for certain people that you don't, who aren't guys.
He was just trying to, like, in a discreet and organized manner, separate people.
Yeah, you're not discriminating against them. You
You're
are
separating.
You're just
Also
you're temporarily making sure they're not together.
Yeah.
It's not discrimination to make
I think you
their
guys have got some
floors.
good ideas.
Yeah. I-
Not that one. I want to be clear.
I
but
do think, though, a part of this experience, if all the clients are like-minded, dudes going to a guy hotel, I think that's awesome. I think that would fire a lot of people up. One thing I would maybe think of is having the staff also reflect the clientele. I don't want to show up and check in and some guy from the Ivy Leagues with gel back hair and a bow tie is telling me where I can put my big bag and my dirty muddy cowboy boots. I'd want a guy back there, his feet are on the table, he's spinning a frisbee, he's smoking a cigarette. I'd want that kind of guy. Yeah, I want someone that reminds me of me and my friends.
Mhm.
I like that idea. That's a good idea, Daniel.
I like that.
Frisbees and cigarettes would be specific to you, I guess, or
It can be anything. Just trying to think of cool, badass stuff.
That's some guy stuff. Frisbees and cigarettes.
Let's say I go once. I go for a bachelor party, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen it all. I don't need to go again. How can we make this place a place that you have to go back to? And here's what I'm thinking: themed floors. All right. So floor one, and this is gonna work really well for bachelor parties. Floor one, it's football themed, right? The entire floor is turf. It's got players and footballs and stuff on the walls. Floor two, well, that's the cigar floor. All right. Yeah, there's a cigar lounge up there. And every room you can smoke in, and it's got that cozy cigar lounge kind of feeling. Floor three, that's the lumberjack room, right? All flannel. We got wood panels on the walls. Golf. Floor five.
Go-kart floor.
The beer floor. It's all beer. What would you say, Logan? Go-kart?
Go-kart floor.
Yeah, sure. Go-kart floor. And dude, this building
That's good that you're
is tall. I'm thinking like at least 50 floors up.
What I like about that idea is it seems like the beer floor comes right before the golf cart floor, so that way you're feeling pretty good by the time you get behind the wheel surrounded by other people.
Maybe it's a
Well,
challenge.
you're not allowed to go to the other floors.
What do you mean?
yeah, wait, I don't get that part, Jin. You wouldn't be allowed to travel to another floor if you checked in.
Well, you just can't hang out there for very long, right? So like if you purchased a football floor and you wanted to go karting, maybe we'd give you a 20-minute window to do that, but after that 20 minutes, you got to get back downstairs.
You know what? Honestly,
And that keeps people wanting to come back for more, right? They're like, "Oh my God, I got the football experience. It's time for the go-kart experience. It's time for the arcade experience. It's time for the yeah, sure, the beer experience."
I love all the ideas almost that you guys have come up with. The misogynistic part is definitely kind of weird, but I just want to say I'm totally down to maybe talk about this again at a later date. I do think that you've got so many good ideas. So wow, what a success to start off. I mean, happy you guys love the idea so much.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. We took a short break following Bennett's first ever pitch, and I'd say it was a Home run, baseball floor. There should be a baseball floor at the hotel for guys. That's another floor idea. Love the hotel. Cannot wait to stay there one day. And yeah, very, very good stuff. Next, I believe we were going to kick things over to Logan for.
All right. Well, yeah, we have a word from our sponsor. If you guys want to go ahead and pull out your materials, we can go ahead and do our first ad.
What materials?
I just sent it over to you guys.
Oh, wait.
All right. Yeah. So we are so excited to announce Pitch Meeting's first ever sponsor of the show, Uncle Club.
That's right. When I go on uncleclub.org, I get so excited I can barely handle it.
And now they're sponsoring us?
Yep. UncleClub.org is not just a cool ass brand, but they're sponsoring this episode of Pitch Meeting.
Our first ever sponsor.
Holy crap.
Wait, Jayden, what are you wearing? Wait, you're supposed to have your shirt on.
You didn't tell me that. Thought you'd never ask. As our first official sponsor, the team over at UncleClub.org sent me this cool ass shirt from their catalog. You didn't tell me that I had to wear the shirt. I can go.
Yeah, go get it. Go get it and read the line again.
You guys got shirts?
Yes, we got shirts.
I probably sent it to my old address. That's my bad.
Hold on, it's in my laundry.
Yeah. No, I bet it's definitely my old address. That would make so much more sense. I bet Jayden sent it as like a surprise or something. Oh man.
There we go. So I'll just.
Thought you'd never ask. As our first official sponsor, the team over at UncleClub.org sent me this cool ass shirt from their catalog.
Guess what? They sent me this shirt.
Still waiting on mine.
You don't have a line there.
Wow. And they didn't stop there. Logan, I think there's something else on UncleClub.org that you're forgetting to mention.
Oh, yeah. Guys, buckle up. Right now on uncleclub.org, there's an entire section for mugs galore. That's right. All of the mugs included in my pitch from episode 1 of Pitch Meeting, Mugs Galore, are available for purchase from uncleclub.org.
Holy crap. I am so full of excitement. I might burst.
Well, then I think this last part might just do it. If you go to uncleclub.org right now, you can use code FNS15 for 15% off your whole ass order.
Yep. So head over to uncleclub.org, fill up your basket with cool ass stuff, and use code FNS15. That's FNS as in funny nephew stuff, the numbers 15 at checkout for 15% off your whole order.
Thanks, Uncle Club.
Thanks, Uncle Club.
Thanks, Uncle Club. That was really cool. I will say I didn't get any of the gear, and I only had 3 little lines, and 2 of them I just said "holy crap" twice, and then I exploded.
Well, Daniel, you got any lines at all?
Right?
Well, yeah. Well, sorry about that, Bennett. Bennett did not get any lines. But yes, excited about Uncle Club sponsoring the show. I think it's going to make a big difference. So thank you very much for that ad, Logan. I'm going to
Using my
move
connections
on.
the best I can.
Yep. All right. So I've got a quick pitch I wanted to run by you guys really quickly, if you don't mind. I'm less businessman, more into the creative kind of field, and I had a really great idea for a show, a TV show, and this is not a sitcom like Friendsfield or Mayersfield or things that we've done in the past. This is something a little bit different. This is a new cartoon.
Heyo. I love
Don't you
cartoons.
miss cartoons growing up when you
Uh,
were a kid, just watching, like waking
TV.
up and watching cartoons? They don't, I feel like they don't make cartoons the way they used to. So I had a great idea for a new cartoon. It's a funny cartoon, a lot of comedy here, but it's about this group of anthropomorphic animals, wide range of animals, and they're getting into crazy misadventures together, wacky hijinks and stuff like that.
No
And they all
way.
have very eccentric and very particular personalities, and you get to know each character throughout various different standalone sketches, typically on their own. Sometimes they will kind of cross paths and interact, but you'll kind of pick your favorites, and each episode will comprise of like a series of sketches with your favorite cartoon animals. And yeah, I don't know, it's early concept. What do you guys think?
Hey, I'll go first. Jayden, can you tell us a little bit more about like who the characters would be and like what their kind of driving forces in their life would be? I'm just kind of looking to hear a little bit more color on that.
Hmm. Well, I haven't fleshed the entire thing out yet. Like I said, this is early concept, but it would be a wide range of animals, animals you wouldn't see together in the wilderness, right? So maybe you have, I don't know, Lionel the lion, and Lionel the lion likes to hang out with Matt the mouse, or Matt the rat, one of those. And they have a funny dynamic. The lion's always trying to catch the mouse,
It's Looney
and
Tunes.
Tom and Jerry.
It's Looney Tunes.
okay, well, that specific example was like Tom and Jerry. I'll
The
admit
whole
that.
concept is like
But
Looney Tunes. Like
were
one of
Tom
the
and Jerry?
first cartoons.
I don't know if Tom and Jerry were Looney Tunes, Logan. So you might want to take a step back. This isn't a business idea. I don't know if this is your specialty. Tom and Jerry were not Looney Tunes. But I don't know. It could be any sort of kind of array. Like a chicken, Chuck the chicken, maybe something like that. And he has like he has like a funny way of talking because his beak
Foghorn
is.
Leghorn is what are you, sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
Hey, Jayden, this does sound a little bit like the Looney Tunes, like the show.
Um,
It might be Looney Tunes. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm glad you guys caught that before I got any further. Hey, that's what pitch meeting's for, right? If it's an
Yeah.
unoriginal idea, that's part of the feedback. So yeah, no, that's back to the drawing board on that one, I think.
Hey, Jayden, don't beat yourself up, man. We said it episode one, it's about harsh criticism. You
yeah.
know, I believe you said it's not easy to give, it's not easy to take.
And I can
And
personally attest that pitching a TV show idea and getting that on the ground and trying to remotely make money back is very difficult. So you might
right.
have saved yourself some scars there, honestly.
Daniel, how is Alcalde's field going? Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
Damn it.
I would know because they didn't invite me to those meetings because I no longer have a stake in the show. Yeah, I kind of blocked it out from my mind, but it's kind of hard to when you drive in and you see the
Hey, I
billboard.
think we should let season one pitches live in season one, and we can maybe start afresh with season two pitches, right?
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
Daniel?
I think in season two, surely if we keep on trying, we will get a good TV show pitch
Yeah.
going.
I'm
Right?
just glad it has no longer like a grip on me financially or mentally, which is nice.
Right. It's crushing it though.
Yeah.
Anyways, if I can go ahead and give my pitch if
Yeah, sure. And then we can have Bennett to go, and then Daniel can close us off. So how about that?
sounds great. So pretty much mine is I guess you could say it's a business idea. I'm dipping my toes into construction with this one. So the one liner is jungle gyms for adults. That is my pitch. So one of my ideas for it is probably what you guys were already thinking, kissing corner. They would be a kissing corner in the jungle gym for adults. But besides that, it's really just a jungle gym that's really big. So if you guys have any other ideas that you think maybe would add to the jungle gym for adults,
I can start this one. I can start this off.
Yeah, you
So
should.
before Logan listen, I'm somewhat on board with this, okay? Because before you moved to Denver, I was there are a few short weeks where I was without a place to be. And I think Daniel, you could probably relate to this based on
I think
your
we've all been
anecdotes.
there, sleeping in jungle
Yeah,
gyms.
months
Yeah,
even.
I was spending a lot of time at the local park and I would look at the jungle gym and I think, man, that looks so fun. I wish I could still do that. So I think it's a great idea. It's one that I've certainly had. It would be an absolute blast. Um, I was not thinking about a kissing corner though.
Well, maybe, I mean, like it probably wouldn't be designated, but one would naturally arise, I think. But I think if you went ahead and just jumped the gun and got one built,
For teenagers, maybe. For adults, you
no,
think
this is
one
for
would?
adults. I also, well, this, I just got this idea. You know, at the bottom of jungle gym, sometimes they have those little pianos. What if you had one of those, except it was an open wet bar?
Okay, okay.
So it sounds like just to make sure I got it right. It sounds like a jungle gym for adults, and the two additions you would make is a kissing corner and a bar.
Yeah, well, and it'll be way bigger because adults are bigger than children.
Yeah, that's actually
Before we really get rolling brainstorming, I'll just go ahead and say the one flaw that I thought of when I was brainstorming this idea, which I'm not really sure how to get around, but pretty high likelihood that the jocks would take over.
yeah.
The jocks.
The jocks would probably show up and they would probably kick you out of the kissing corner. They would probably claim it for their own. And
The adult jocks?
yeah, the really big muscular guys. They would probably claim it.
Like the gym bro type of guys, right?
Yeah, football players. Um, so
Professionals. I don't know if they'd be there.
they would come.
I don't.
They
I don't know.
moth to a flame, I can tell you that. And so
I
I'm trying
don't.
to think of ways to get around them. But besides the jocks, besides the bottom floor bar, and besides the kissing corner, give me, I need some ideas. I need some problems to think through because I'm trying to get this thing rolling. I'm trying to put this in real life ASAP.
I think there's some good ideas there, and like, maybe it's just other people see what adults might like more than some. I mean, I'm maybe is it like a gym? Like it sounds like there's a fitness element maybe to it, but I don't personally know many adults who want to play on monkey bars and go down the
Because they don't
slide.
have, well, they don't have the option right now.
You
And I
know,
think,
three right here.
yeah, if it was presented to them, I think that they would. Um, and also you asked them about the exercise. It's kind of like, you're kind of tricking them into working out and exercising because you don't go there to work out. But if you're running around on the jungle gym and you're playing games and you're in the kissing corner and fighting off the jocks, you're going to get a nice workout in. So yeah, there is a fitness element to it, but it's by no means a gym. There's not going to be membership. This would be a public service, um, probably just right next to current jungle gyms, regular sized jungle gyms. Just throw an adult one there if there's.
Quick question. This is something I'm down on a look at times. I've been very not only fortunate but very dependent on public parks for a lot of things. Is there going to be some sort of business hours? Because sometimes late at night, this may attract a rough crowd.
That's another thing I didn't consider. It's a good thing. That's a good thing
Based
to
on the
consider.
guys
There's going to
I
be a lot of
know,
drugs done at the adult jungle gym, and there's going to be a lot of unsavory characters hanging out there. And Daniel and I are no stranger to these characters, but
they are ruthless.
I am.
a lot of people are, yeah, they are ruthless, and a lot of people are uncomfortable around, certain types of.
I mean, I don't know if I
I don't think
fully.
you're going to attract the clientele that you want to attract, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
All I'm saying is
Okay,
Yeah,
but
look,
no,
Logan,
when you
for me, I mean, I think it could be that's interesting, like a different way for adults to work out. People are always looking for that, but
and
um,
socialize.
yeah, that's true. Like the bar, not a bad idea, but the kissing corner, frankly, makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
It was a
Um,
strong start, really strong
yeah, that
start to
was
the
the
idea.
first thing he said.
yeah, yeah. Um, but I think you've got some good bones there.
We could combine y'all's ideas, maybe a jungle gym floor on the hotel for guys. So that way, you're only getting beefy, hot hunks who can afford the hotel and not, strung out,
We'll see then, but then it's going to be all
hooligans.
jocks.
Yes,
But I do,
then you'll have a jock takeover in the hotel.
yeah. Because the jungle, if you put I mean, it could, if we flesh out some ideas, because again, I haven't figured out how to get rid of the jocks, but I do like the idea of combining these two business ideas. Again, it could be another like sponsored brand, jungle gym for adults with the hotel for guys. If we figure out how to make it not just attract jocks and how to have a nice hierarchy in the
Who are the
jungle gym,
jocks?
then
Who are
you'll
adult?
keep acting like you don't know who jocks are. Everybody knows who
Gym
jocks.
bros and professional football players.
It's just guys that play football in general at all.
These are rough guys.
You guys see pro football players in the park?
No, it's just listen, guys. I'll take it back to the drawing board. I just feel like you guys aren't
sorry.
really seeing the vision because it's like, okay, you keep saying, oh,
Listen.
there's going to be unsavory characters there who are doing drugs. Don't remember that when I was at the jungle gym as a kid, but I do remember jocks and I do remember a kissing corner. And
This is just a jungle gym for you're in that case, you're just describing a jungle gym for kids. Whatever.
no, but
Listen,
it's
look,
way
no.
bigger. It's too big for kids. It's too big for kids. They
Okay,
can't
it's
climb
just a
shit
big,
'cause it's too
it's a
big.
big jungle gym.
It's a big jungle gym, but it has a bar at the bottom potentially, and
I like that.
you're allowed to say that's the kissing corner because you're an
All right.
adult. Like say, yeah, we're making out in this corner over here. Where when you were a kid, you had to be a little secret about it, which you still might want to be secret about if the jocks are patrolling and you don't want them to come interfere with you. But whatever. I'll take it to the
An adult kissing corner is disgusting. Look, we have exposed a few different flaws with this idea. I think you need to take them and run with them and not get super defensive. You're a host of this show, for God's sake, act like it. Anyways, Bennett, I think you had another pitch, or I'm sorry, Daniel, actually, if you wanted to go, I feel like maybe we should close with our special guest and maybe hit our normal guest right now.
Yeah. And again, kind of what you were saying about Logan not living up to the host position. I feel like this will be a nice reminder why I stand amongst you as equals. I
Have
will
some
say
dignity, dude. Have some dignity.
I will
That
say
quick. You're gonna parlay, whatever.
So I will say I was very excited for this new season and to present the new pitch. However, something super random occurred to me in like the beginning portion of this episode when we were kind of catching up about each other's lives. So I think I may have lost my original pitch, and I'd like to present something new, kind of going off my improv background and kind of what I'm instead of focusing financially and creatively, maybe sort of emotionally. My idea would be some sort of kind of like a promise ring. And kind of like something I've pitched before. This would fall in line with Roomy Ring products and company that I am desperately trying to get going. This would be a promise ring in the Roomy Ring line, where once you wear this ring, this is a symbol that you are never gonna like move out of your place. You're never gonna switch roommates. If for whatever reason the group or two people break up, too bad. It's in the contract. It's something you are obligated to follow through with. And that way you don't leave out anyone or any sort of previous friendship or any sort of misunderstanding, and you just can't move.
Do I need Jayden? You say it? I don't know.
I mean, this sounds like a wedding ring. But also like married people are allowed to move. So it sounds like a really, really desperate version of a wedding ring in which I feel like if a woman wants to divorce you, she should be allowed to. So like this feels like a really possessive and sad version of a long established tradition of human nature. I don't know. This is Logan? That's what you're thinking, right, Bennett? This is just a wedding ring with like
Arguably the longest established tradition, outside of agriculture, perhaps. I think marriage.
Cultural. Yeah, and Daniel, I guess
Probably
maybe
not.
I missed this here, but what's the business proposition? Do you guys just make rings, but only for this, or
Yeah, that's a good question. So I
A really
pitched
good question.
product called the Roomy Ring on a season 1 episode, which would allow you to see who is in the market looking for a roommate. Because it can be tough finding a new apartment and a new roommate. And this would be with that same
Not in
company,
my experience.
but a new product and service.
It's not that
And
tough to find a
it
roommate
looks
in my experience.
it's a ring. It's a branded ring.
Yeah, but only we know how to like make them. We help you make the contract that way. Like if for whatever reason, like three guys were living together, and maybe it was like a really cool time in their life. Uh, like they wouldn't be able to like move out. Like they
So
would.
if your business makes the rings and the contract, you're talking about forming both a precious metals manufacturing plant as well as a law firm, essentially. And those are two very, very hard businesses to establish. You want to do both of them together just to essentially, I don't know, make a wedding ring.
All right. Yeah. Again, just a little improv there, just kind of showcasing that. Still got it. Just wanted to throw it out there, and again, always open to criticism, even if it's like incorrect or anything like that.
Well, I appreciate that. I think the pitch needs to go back to the drawing board or in the bin. But I appreciate your willingness to listen. All right, we got a little bit of time left here. Wanted to move on to one final pitch. Bennett, I know we have been making you wait long enough since your first hit. Why don't you hit us with another fantastic pitch to close out the episode?
All right, fellas, I'll go quick here. This is another concept. This one, how many of you guys have ever seen the show 30 Rock? Any fans?
I've seen a little bit.
All right, you've seen a little. So one of my favorite characters on 30 Rock is a guy named Jack Donaghy, and he gives us a hint for a great business idea in the very last episode. He comes up with the idea for a dishwasher where you can see inside so you know how the dishes are getting washed. Now that doesn't work because then you can see all the dirt and the water doesn't really look good. But it got me thinking, what are some other great things that you just like to see inside and know what's going on? So
Give a few.
I came up with the concept for an interior and exterior window installer specifically catered to businesses where they might have a competitive advantage if they put in some glass and let people know what's going on inside. Okay. I'll give you some classic examples. Some of them already exist. A wood-fired kitchen. Krispy Kreme is another big example. We could do it for every new Krispy Kreme in the country. Some different ideas. Maybe you're concerned about, maybe some professional businesses, you want to know what's going inside to know that there's no fraud happening. Accounting firms, law firms. Now you can see what's going on inside. A few other examples. Maybe some things in the medical industry would be interesting.
That's where my mind went. Operating rooms,
mortuaries. Lots of things.
Crematoriums.
Logan, you've got it. I mean, you understand where I'm going with this. I mean, there's just almost nothing that
veterinarians, for sure. Write that one down, actually.
That's
prisons.
I'm gonna write that down. Look, that's the idea. I mean, there's nothing special about it. We're just an interior and exterior window installer. But again, we come to your business, we say, hey, you guys might have an interest in doing this. We have some revenue projections once they get the windows installed, and then people can see what's inside.
I think it's an interesting idea. There's definitely an appeal for certain types of businesses. I don't know if I agree with any of the examples you guys threw out. Crematoriums, mortuaries,
You said
medical facilities. Well, that could be interesting. Not every room in a prison, but like, a few rooms where, where fights break out a lot, that could be interesting, but I don't want to see gross, like dead bodies and stuff. That's a whole different thing. So I don't know, that's just me. Clearly different strokes for different folks, I guess, as they say, but I think it's a fair idea. I mean, to be fair, it is one that has been done by, as evidenced by the examples we use in the beginning, but yeah, I guess we could use it in more places.
I think it's a great idea. And maybe the product isn't super novel in its own, but the business idea, you're really talking about a marketing tactic for Windows is really what it comes down to. And I like it. You bring this idea to a lot of different businesses. You could say, I mentioned veterinarians, they take your dog back there. You don't know what the hell they're doing. You hear your dog yelping and barking and stuff. You put that window up and you say, this is exactly what we're doing. Everybody can see.
And that's what I'm talking about, Jayden. There's no perverse sort of backward idea behind why we want to see what's inside. We want to know that
But
the person
if I
behind the
may,
window is operating ethically.
if I may, I gotta say it. The perverse, there's money there. Sex sells.
Right.
Maybe we
I
could
don't
bring.
think no, we don't need to go there.
Yeah, let's not.
So to your point, Bennett, I did see a video online the other day of a doctor. I won't say what the doctor was doing, but he was not behaving, and he was treating the patient very inappropriately. And it was filmed through a window, so that window ended up being quite the advantage for the patient and their family. So I
I think it's
actually, you know
living.
what? That's a really good point you bring up there to hold doctors accountable with the use of more visible windows.
And
Cops in prisons
as a
hold them
personal
accountable.
and past victim of some sort of financial and patent fraud, I could have used such a window when I was first hiring my supposed attorney, who turned out to be a Colombian actor in disguise.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know that part.
Sounds like you guys have all had some strange issues or encounters with the very thing that we're kind of talking about doing here. So
An industry I'd like to see this implemented in is the hot dog industry, because how the heck are those things made?
Okay.
all right, yeah, sure. We can
I would like to
we can
see
go for
this
them too.
in a mint. Like, I want to see where the money is made. I want to see fret hot cash being just print and stacked. That would be cool.
Look at this. You guys, your mind is already running wild with ideas of things you want to see get made, what goes on behind the scenes. This is what we're talking about, fellas. This is why this is a great idea.
You know,
I
I
would
was
like to
skeptical at
see it
first,
maybe
but
in a
you've kind of won
donut
me over.
factory.
Well, we already did mention that is Krispy Kreme admittedly has come up with this idea pretty obviously.
Mhm.
Maybe Japanese restaurants.
I would be very interested in that. Wonder, I don't know how the fuck did they make sushi?
Well, hey, I was skeptical at first, but you kind of won me over a little bit, Bennett. I think it's a pretty good idea. Could maybe use some fine tuning, but that's what we're here for. And I could talk about this for literally hours, but we are coming up on time. So I am going, unless anyone else has any final words, then we should probably wrap up the pitches for today and say once again, Bennett, thank you very much for
Thank you,
joining us
Bennett.
Thank you, Bennett.
on Pitch Meeting. I hope it's been the best hour or so of your life. I know it's been the best hour of mine, at least in a while. So we've just been so thrilled to have you.
Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure, and look forward to seeing more of what Pitch Meeting does this season. And best of luck to you, Daniel. I know you're kind of bummed about the host thing. So
All right. Bye, Bennett.
He'll be all right.
Thank
you,
you,
Bennett.
Bennett. All right.
Woo!
And
All right.
I'd
All
also
right.
like to
Daniel,
say
thank you as well for joining us today.
I can stay on.
thank you, Daniel.
No,
And thank you, Uncle Club. And
For
thank
sponsoring.
you, Jayden.
Oh, thank you, Logan. It's been really good to be. Hold on, let me go back on that. Seriously, thank you, because I don't think if it weren't for you, I would not be filming in this room. I'd be filming if I was filming at all, I'd be filming outside somewhere. So this has been a blessing, and I am just so grateful to be here and excited to see what the season brings us.
Amen. The mountains were calling. Season 2, episode 2, aka episode 12, coming soon. I don't even know who our next guest is going to be, but trust me, we have quite the itinerary for this season of guests. I don't know about you, Jayden, but for me, I have boatloads of ideas I've been waiting to pitch, some of which I have had in the oven since before season 1 even began. So, guys, strap in. It's going to be a great season.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you again very soon.
Yeah. Signing off. Okay.